Good morning, and welcome to Friday. Hurrah for Friday, or something like that. Hopefully, it's all working today, she says, looking at Facebook, hoping that it's actually going to appear today. Not yet. Come on, Facebook. If you are watching, do please pop a hello in the comments so that I know I'm not talking to myself. There are some numbers on there. I can see there's people watching. It's not on Facebook yet, is it? Come on, Facebook. We're all rooting for you. No, not yet. I don't know. Technology, eh? I think it's taking a minute to catch up anyway. So, welcome to Friday. Chaos as usual. It's just an Ask the Witch this week. So if you have any comments, any questions, any subjects you want to throw out there, pop them in the comments and we'll see where it takes us. Good afternoon, Lucky Fairy Queen. Thank you. We're struggling with a little bit of a lack of sleep at the minute, but we're doing all right. But there you go. And it's very, very warm in England today. Very warm. It has been for the last couple of days. I know we complain about the weather. We're British. We're allowed to complain about the weather. But it's a teensy bit too hot for me. But shouldn't complain. It's not chugging down right. No, Facebook isn't working again. Facebook crashed and burned. Let's have a look. No, it's not working. So that's a bit rubbish. Let's terminate that stream then. I wonder if I can add a stream, but I can't. No, I'm just looking at lots of things. So, there might be some sound effects today. Let me just put a message up on Facebook. Oh, good old sound effects. Right, bear with me a sec. So, Facebook not working again. That's interesting. I wonder why that's not happening. Everything's being a pain in the butt at the minute. Right, there we go. There we are. Okay. Let's put a message up for those who are trying to watch on Facebook. Friday morning, live Facebook. Stream not working. Please hop on over to YouTube. Is the YouTube link still there? No, it's not. Right, that's... Bear with me while I do stuff. Technology. Do you know, I tested it all last week too afterwards and it worked. Today, not going to work. I don't know. So yes, Ask a Witch today. So any thoughts, any questions, any subjects you want to talk about, pop them in the comments and we'll see where the adventure takes us. Let's just get that up on. Oh, now Facebook's being an arse too. Oh, for goodness sake. Do not play with technology when you haven't had a lot of sleep. Right, let's try that again. Bear with me, people. Bear with me. Here we are. Friday morning. Morning live stream. Facebook not working. Please hop on over to YouTube. Tube. Right. There we go. Okay. Good morning, Claire. Good morning, Tina. Getting ready to go to Stonehenge. Very nice. Good morning, Jane. Yeah, Facebook died, crashed and burned. Good morning, Lolly. Good morning, Emma. Good evening, Sephora. Good morning, Maria. Yeah, let's not bother with Facebook. Facebook crashed and burned. Angela missed last week on a flying visit to the UK. Wow. Daughter was receiving a Crown Court Bravery Award. Proud mum plug. Oh, absolutely, Angela. Yeah, congratulations to your daughter. That's amazing. Good morning, Nicola. Good from Enfield. Good morning, Sue from sunny Sunderland. Yeah, it's warm. Oh, it's warm. Sephora, for a small unit, Winnie has a good future in rock band, good set of lungs. Yeah, she's a little pixie, but she can, yeah. It's babies, isn't it? Good morning, Luna. Yes, babies. I don't want to promote my event. Go away. Facebook is not my friend at the moment. Definitely not my friend at the moment. Let's put another little thing there as well to let everyone know. Tra-la-la. Right, there we go. I haven't done a lot of witchy stuff in the last couple of weeks. I will be perfectly honest. It's a bit weird. I feel a bit like one of my arms is missing. Do you ever feel like that? Yeah, because I haven't had a lot of time, space, or energy to do anything. So I do feel like there's a bit of me missing at the minute. So slowly back into it. Subjects for today. Whatever you want to talk about. Quick plug for next week, though. Do join us next Friday, 27th of June. It is a Waffling Witches special, 9 a.m. Same place, same time. Myself, Ness and Heather, we're going to talk about our divination methods, how we do our triad readings. So I'll talk about my Mad tarot deck and my new dice set that I'm reading from. Heather will talk about her bone set and the Ogham, and Ness will talk about her runes. Possibly even do the odd one draw reading. But that's next Friday. We'll have a chat about it, divination stuff. Do join us for that. It will be a laugh for sure. Maria must be tired. Yeah. Baby's been here with us a couple of weeks, with her parents as well, obviously. But I've been doing the early morning shift, so I've been up at 5ish. Granddad's learnt to work with one arm holding baby, one arm holding working the computer. Yeah, it's Granddad's been doing the late shift. I've been doing the early shift, but the kids have been doing brilliantly. They've dealt with it all brilliantly well, and she's a superstar. She weighs 5 pounds. Really? She wants her milk. It's being done. She's 5 pounds now. She was £3.8 when she was born 4 weeks ago. So she's doing really well. Let's get some of this up. So, Emma, want to talk cake? Nothing wrong with a good cake to solve everything. I have been doing quite a lot of baking because we've had more people here to feed. So I have been doing a lot of baking. What have I made? My daughter made chocolate eclair cake. It was like a whole chocolate custard-filled eclair lasagna thing. Amazing. Chocolate cupcakes yesterday. Cookies, all sorts. Yeah. Cake's always good. And it's got a bit of magic in it too. Maria, summer magic's a bit meh with me. Any ideas or recommendations? Do you know, it's interesting. And I'll put up Jane's as well, because I've seen that's a similar sort of theme. Homework and back burner, lots to do at home, too hot to do it. Yeah, my Nana came through doing a mediumship session last night, told me to carry on with my witchcraft. Good old Nana. Nanas are always wise. The summer is weird, actually, isn't it? From a magic witchcraft point of view, I don't know how you guys feel. I mean, our world's upside down at the minute anyway, but we always find during the summer that there's less homework coming in. There are less people at events, online events. There'll be less people at chats, less people. Never run an online workshop during the summer because everyone's out. I think everyone's out at festivals. Everyone's out at events and conferences and all sorts of stuff in fields with tents and things. I can never get anybody to do podcasts or anything during the summer because everyone's doing all sorts of other things. And I think that plays into it. And yes, it is incredibly hot in England at the moment, and we're not used to the heat. So I think that plays a part as well. No one wants to be doing much when it's too hot to even move. So I think the summer is possibly quieter time for working magic. I don't know what you guys think. I work a lot with sun magic, obviously. I work a lot with solar energy. But when it's too hot, it's a bit unbearable. So I probably don't work quite as much magic during the hot summer months as I do during the rest of the year. So summer magic inspiration, well, we have got the solstice. The most straightforward thing to do is to make yourself some solar water. On the summer solstice, it will be supercharged and it will last for a while. So you can use it for all kinds of different magics. I think just charging stuff as well. Charge your crystals that are associated with the sun. Recharge magical tools by putting them out in the sun. It's a really strong, powerful energy, particularly at the moment. You won't even need to leave them out in the sun for very long. Very good for cleansing, recharging, boosting things. I think the sun is very much a personal power kind of energy. But at the end of the day, just sit and enjoy it. Don't sit out in it because it's too hot and you'll get burnt. But take a good book, sit in the shade, enjoy it. Connect with the energy of the garden. I took a picture of the garden this morning out of the kitchen doors. It's amazing. Flowers and grasses and just lovely. I just enjoy it. Enjoy it. What we got? Screening back here. No, yes, Zephora. I think summer is time to be in nature. Everything's growing in the garden now. It's glorious. Connect with the energy of the plants. Just enjoy that energy, definitely. Maria, I haven't done mine since I don't know when. I think it's a bit of a, let's just, enjoy the warmth. Maria, what's the little bottle behind me? Ooh, let's have a look. This one? Do you mean this one? This one is for Sulis. This is bath water. Not bath water. Not from a bubble bath. It's water from the springs at Bath. The Roman baths at springs. So that's Sulis water. Because that's her little corner there with Balanos. I think that's the one you meant. You used to be able to drink it, but it's all a bit manky now. So they just sell it to you in a bottle, which is quite a good money spinner. But Nicola, hello Nicola, do you have any tips on removing aphids from your plant's garden? I heard I should get ladybirds. Don't like killing anything, so any ideas to remove them? Very helpful. You can, if you've got a big problem, you can literally buy tubs of ladybirds to release into your garden. What we've tended to do, we used to have a big problem. We feed the birds. And I know it sounds like a really straightforward thing. We feed the birds, and the birds now eat most of the aphids. We still get a few, but the birds will eat all of the aphids from all the rose bushes. They're not particularly partial to blackfly. Did have a couple of blackfly issues this year. But all of the greenfly, the birds eat. You bring the birds in, they eat the aphids, and eventually, it takes a while, but eventually after encouraging them all in, you do get a kind of balance where everyone's helping each other out. We don't use any pesticides, haven't used pesticides for several years now.
A lot more bird poo.
We do get a lot more bird poo, yes. But the birds deal with the aphids for the most part. We have a problem with slugs, but we've kind of tended now to buy plants that slugs don't like. There's no way we can buy marigolds. They eat the lot before, yeah.
Stalks and all.
Stalks not, yeah. You literally plant marigolds, the next morning they'll all be gone. So look for plants as well that are disease and pest protected. Resistant, that's the word. The word's failing me. But if you get a bit of a problem, now the black fly, the birds don't seem to eat the black fly. I put a bit of washing up liquid in a squirty bottle with some water and squirt it. Literally cover the bit area that's all covered in the aphids, cover it with the washing up liquid water, and it gets rid of them. So that would be and if anyone's got any other suggestions, but yeah, washing up liquid in a squirty bottle. But let the birds, if you encourage the birds in, the birds will help out anyway. Emma, what does everyone use their powered water for? A good question. Okay, so whether it's moon water or sun water, it doesn't matter. If you've kept a lid on it when you charged it, you can drink it. If you've left it out overnight without a lid, you probably don't want to drink it because it's got lots of bugs and things in it. But if it's fresh, if you made it the day before or that day, you can drink it to take on that energy into your body yourself, personal power. If you want to cleanse crystals with it, you can cleanse and charge crystals with it. Just make sure the crystals aren't porous. You can anoint yourself, your third eye, any of your points to bring magic, to charge yourself. You can use it to cleanse, consecrate, and bless magical tools. I tend to use a bit of it to clean my altar. When I clear my altar off, I give it a wipe with moon or sun water just to bless and consecrate your altar. You can dress candles with it for magical spells. And that, if it's just general moon or general sun water, it will bring the energies of the sun or the moon. If you've charged the water under a particular phase of the moon or a particular phase of the sun, then you can tie that in with the intent of your candle magic as well. So many different uses for it, and it's so easy to make. If anybody else uses it for anything else, pop it in the comments. And we will. Powered water's good, Emma. I like powered water. Does what it says on the tin, really. Jane, need to reconnect by decluttering my purple room. The energy in there is confused and stagnant. Space needs reclaiming. The spaces do, don't they? If you don't use them for their purpose, or stuff gets thrown in there, everyone has a room in their house, don't they, where all the stuff gets chucked. It does. And I'm with you, because my room is full of new parents at the moment and baby cots and things. Give it a clear out. Probably a bit hot to do it in the minute, but I think for me, one of the first step back, if you've fallen off of your witchcraft, or if you've had a space where everything has been so chaotic and twirly, you haven't had a chance to do it, clearing out stuff first makes way for it to all come back. So my altars behind me desperately need clearing off and sorting out. I can feel it. I feel it going like that. First thing I'll do before I step back into my practice is clear the altar, take it all off, clean the altar, consecrate it, clean all the stuff, decide what wants to go back on. I'm working with Nanto Svelta this summer. So far she's got a picture and that's it. There needs to be some other stuff and a space for her as well. So that'll be my first thing that I do when I step back into it, is clearing that space. You can't add other stuff without making space for it. You can't bring in new practices, new ways of working without clearing out the old stuff first. It's got to have space. In my opinion, anyway. In my opinion. So Sephora is in New Zealand. So Sephora has the winter solstice tomorrow. Just not organised this year to do that, or Matariki, which is the Maori celebration, I believe, as you told us last week. We'll do some genealogy work to honour the ancestors. Nice. That's always fascinating stuff to do anyway, isn't it? Maria from the bars. I love your balanas. Yeah, balanas. Actually, I've got two balanas. Two balanases. Balani. I've got the disc here, which is what they call the Gorgon's head from the Roman baths in Bath. It is a big stone carving that was apparently above Sulis's temple, in the pediment above Sulis's temple. It was originally called the Gorgon's Head because they thought it looked like a gorgon with snakes. Let me get it off without breaking everything. So this is obviously a replica. I didn't steal it from the Roman baths. So there he is. But they originally called it the Gorgon's Head because they thought all of these were snakes. But actually, if you look further, there's a torque down here that's got a snake head on it, and here. But the rest of this is all his hair and his beard. So he's not a gorgon at all. And there's a lot of argument about who it is, what he represents. I think it's Balanos. Because Balanos is a sun god. And I think he was there to protect Sulis's temple. But I have another Balanos. And this is him. That's Balanos as well. Handsome chap. I do work with him a lot. See, now I'm going to have to clear it off today because everything's all confused and not up there properly. I've worked with him for a long while, actually. Interesting chap. For Nicola, a bit of soapy water and garlic or chili will detect. Yes, garlic water is also supposed to be very good for aphids. But yeah, I always use washing up liquid in a bit of water. It seems to work. Good morning, Xenia. Guten Morgen. At a hotel in London, just got your breakfast. Lovely. Lovely. Maria, buy those child animal safe pellets that go at the base of the plant that keeps the slugs away. We have tried those to varying degrees of success, really. We did lose a lupin this year. I actually went out there one morning and there were 3 snails just feasting on it. They've eaten the lot, bless them. Jane, which question? Can charged water be used in the same way as holy water for cleansing a space of bad stuff? Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Whether it is moon water or sun water, it will cleanse and it will clear and it will recharge with positive energy. So yes, absolutely. I tend personally to use salt water for that more. But you could add salt to moon or sun water, and that would give you a double whammy of cleansing and clearing. So yes, absolutely. Maria, I have a proper geranium. How could I infuse the leaves, please? So I'm assuming pelargonium. To drink or for what purpose? If you have a look, Maria, on... I think it's on the forum in one of the magical plant branch lessons. It tells you how to make tinctures and infusions. I'll look out the link for you, Maria. I will send it over to you. I tend to dry them for magical purpose rather than anything else. So I would dehydrate the leaves. And I've dehydrated pelargonium flowers as well. And they keep their colour, which is brilliant. There's lots of different types of pelargonium. So scented pelargoniums, beautiful. But infusing, if it's just to drink or to make water, then just in hot water and let them steep. If that's answered your question, I'll send you the link afterwards, Maria. Lucky Fairy Queen, what witchy practices do you rely on when you feel the need to rest and rejuvenate? Like when it's time to go within or you just don't feel motivated? I read. I know it's not witchy. If I need to rest and rejuvenate, I read. Now, you could read witchy books, but I tend to escape into a bit of fiction. I'm reading the T.J. Green Whitehaven Witches series at the moment. I'm on book 11. It's a fantastic series. But I often go to comfort books like Terry Pratchett's stories. I know it's not witchy, but reading is a good one. But I think if you are looking to step back in, if you've kind of wiped yourself out and you want to make your way back. Meditation is the first thing I tend to do. Clearing my altar, definitely, but meditation. Just take yourself off and meditate. But I think even things like just lighting a candle or just lighting some incense, baby steps. If you are tired, if you are hassled, if you are exhausted, then you're not going to have the energy, the will, or the intent to do anything enormous. So start with baby steps. So it might be just sitting in front of your altar, light a candle, or light some incense. But also, I think connecting. So I might sit and look at the garden and see which plant jumps out at me and connect with the energy of it. Do little tiny things, baby steps to get back into it. Nothing specifically witchy, but then I guess if you're a witch, everything you do is witchy. But yeah, it's straightforward things like meditating, like lighting a candle, lighting a bit of incense. But I do tend to read. That is my escape kind of thing. Or baking cakes. Baking cakes is my escape as well. But then again, I connect with the energy of the ingredients. I will make a cake and be conscious of what ingredients I'm using and what their magical properties are. You can bring magic into everything you do every day. For me, there's no separation. I'm not a witch just now. I'm a witch the whole time. Whether I am typing an email or paying the bills or cleaning the house, I'm a witch. So I bring that magic in to whatever I'm doing. So cleaning the house is a good one. Bringing in that cleansing energy when you're dusting. Bringing in positive energy when you're polishing things. Vacuuming up negative energy as you go. It's about being connected as well. I am connected to my house the whole time. So whatever I'm doing involves witchcraft on some level because I'm always connected to what I'm doing. But it's got to work for you. It has got to work for you. Lucky Fairy Queen, how do you continue your practice while you're travelling? I've been travelling for about 15 days now, 15 more to go. Wow. And since I usually practice on my altar, I feel disconnected right now. You can get little travel altars, actually, which are quite sweet. Quite often I will take just something with me, whether it is my tarot deck or a couple of crystals, hagstone maybe, just something magical I take with me. But we're back to connection. Connect with the area that you're in, connect with the land that you're on. Make yourself known to the land spirits, to the plant spirits, wherever you are. Even the foods, because traveling, got to eat. Connect with the energy of that. It is, for me, it's all about connection. Witchcraft magic is all about connection, and I think it's actually quite important to connect with the land that you are on at that one moment. So I would say connection. But if you have got something, you could, representative of something, crystal, even if it's just a pendant with crystal in it, take it with you, because that will kind of give you that magical energy. But as you're already on the road, connect with the land that you're on each day, each morning. Tap into that energy wherever you are on that particular day. Definitely connection. A bearded gorgon. Yeah, I love him. He's good. Emma, stormwater. Would stormwater be good for everything too? That would depend, because stormwater's got that stormy energy with it. It's quite feisty. It's got a bit of chaos involved in it. So probably wouldn't use it for around the house, because you don't want stormy energy around the house. It's really good for spell working to get things moving. It's really good for spell working to put plans into action, to give things a boost, to kick up the butt kind of thing. You don't really want to use it perhaps in something like a witch bottle for your home to keep your home calm, because you don't want that stormy energy in it. Think about the energy that a storm brings. Think about that chaos that it brings. It's powerful, but it's unpredictable. And it's also got that you don't really want to be caught in a storm kind of thing to it. So you don't want to bring that into love magic or calming magic or friendship or anything like that kind of magic. So just think about the qualities of it and how it work. I mean, it's brilliant stuff to work with if you want to give something a push of energy. Just think about the qualities of it and how it ties in with your intent. Lucky Fairy Queen. In my family, we collect stormwater, preferably the first few storms, heavy stormy rain, to keep them in our home, to bless our home with the energy of movement and newness. That's a different way of looking at it. Absolutely. It does have movement to it. It does clear the air. A storm does clear the air. It's how you view it and what characteristics and energy that you think it represents to you. If it works for you, go for it. Absolutely. Everyone has a different way of looking at things, and each storm will be different as well. So you're going to have to connect with the energies of it to see what it can do for you and what it will work best with. Jane, now I know why I'm knitting socks. It's rest and rejuvenation. Absolutely. Need to make time for meditation with candle incense. But I think knitting is meditative. It is a process that repeats, isn't it? It is something that takes your focus. It is something that calms you down. Not me, because I'm rubbish at knitting, so I get quite stressed. But I think knitting, crochet, sewing, embroidery, any of those crafts bring magic with them. They are repeating an action, and they do kind of take you into a meditative state. So I carry on knitting the socks, Jane. If that works for you, go for it. Maria, reckon doing something that brings you joy is a good way to rejuvenate. Absolutely. If I've had a bad day, I quite often go in the kitchen and cook lots of cakes because it works for me. Reading is my escape. It might be listening to music for some people. It might be going for a walk. Whatever works for you. And whether it seems witchy or not witchy, if you've got that energy within you, then it's going to be witchy anyway. Jane, currently reading books on exorcism. Fascinating subject, possibly not relaxing. If I do want to escape and relax, I do tend to lean towards fiction. But again, it has to work for you. It has to work for whatever you want, and that makes you happy. Nicola, I play solfeggio music and lay crystals on me when I need to rest. Rejuvenate. I spend as much time in nature. Nature is very relaxing. It's very rejuvenating. Probably not in England at the moment because it's too hot to be sitting out in it. Unless you like somebody, then go for it. I think again, it has to work for you. Crystals are always good to work with. And music. But music's very personal too. It might be that the plinky plonky lift music makes you feel rested and relaxed. It might be that 80s pop makes you happy, makes you feel rejuvenated. It might be that heavy metal does. Can't go wrong with a bit of Lemmy. It's got to work for you. I am not going to rest and rejuvenate listening to rap. That's not going to happen. Has to work for you. We're all individuals, so we all like different things. Lucky Fairy Queen, this is so good. As I work with Goddess Lakshmi, interesting where I am right now. Her energies are really high. Going to tap into that. If you do work with deities, then that is an excellent way of connecting. I do with different seasons. So the Kalech, who I've walked with for many, many years, she's way back in the... it's way too hot for her out there. In it, she's hiding way back in the shadows. So I am working with Nanta Suelta at the minute. But Balanas is there and Sulis is there. It's like having a council to draw upon. Lucky Fairy Queen guess this is why my family and home is so unpredictable. We keep that order at home. It's whatever works for you. Everything's got a bit of chaos in it, hasn't it? I mean, that chaos brings changes and transitions. Everything has a bit of chaos in. So it's whatever works for you. Jane. Lipstick. What is it? What shade? It's a new one, actually. Let's have a look. Just happens to be on my desk here. Look, what is it? It's called Royal Sash. There you go. It's an Dulac. Dulac. Metallic. Royal Sash. There you go. Da-da-da. Thank you. Harping back to the 80s when I used to wear the kind of...
harping back? You've never stopped?
I've never left the 80s. But it's difficult finding 80s lipsticks. This one's quite close. Good morning, Kerry and Ebony from sunny Llanelli. Yes, sunshine in England today. Jane, about to embark on my first patchwork project in 9 years, all done by hand so I can pick up and put down as things crop up indoors. That's very brave. I did make a patchwork quilt many, many years ago, but I did do it on the sewing machine. I had a truckload of Laura Ashley bits of fabric, odds and bits, and I made a quilt with it. Lot of work. I look forward to seeing the finished product, Jane. Maria, can't see anyone's comments. Is it being weird? I don't know. Let's have a look. Let's have a look on YouTube.
Mostly Maria.
Oh yeah, up on the right hand side. Yeah, I can see them up on the right hand side on YouTube too. Maria, try a refresh. Switch off, switch it back on again. Try a refresh, Maria. Hopefully that will sort it. Tina, have a fabulous time at Stonehenge. Yes, definitely an experience. Xenia, nature, especially parks and forests, are very calming, rejuvenating, and charging for me. Now, there's an interesting point too. I know witches should love forests. We should love to be in a forest. I do not. I love trees. I feel quite overwhelmed. I'm doing this because that's what it makes me feel like. When I'm in a forest, I feel quite agoraphobic, I guess, a bit closed in. I like open fields. I like moorlands. I like wide open fields and, like Cornwall and Dartmoor and just fields. Wide open fields, wide open spaces. Nature, but open fields. Again, personal. Has to work for you. Absolutely. Now, Xenia does a lot of travelling. Xenia, I have a tiny shrine in a flat tin box with element representations glued to the directions, painted tree, and 2 tiny loose images of my power animals, tiny travel altar. Nice. I have seen them made in little matchboxes or little metal tins. It's a good idea, and you can put bits and pieces in it that are relevant to you, that are important to you. It is a good idea. Jane, had a lippy that colour in the 80s, Avon in a black tube. I did have Rimmel. Rimmel used to be my lipstick of choice in the 80s, I think, because it was cheap. I do love the 80s. Okay, what are your thoughts on Sith? I have heard that you need to be very experienced to do it, but is it like trance work or is it something else? Yes, I think you've answered your own question there. Sith, seer work, yes, you need a bit of experience, in my humble opinion. It is like trance work. What I do as a hedge witch, hedge riding, is seer work. Or Seder, some pronounce it like that. I pronounce it seer because that works for me. It is trance work, basically. It is stepping into the other worlds. It is more than meditation. You go much deeper, as you do with hedge riding, one and the same thing. Yes, I think you do need a little bit of experience because you need to know how to deal with what you meet in the other world. You need to know how to get yourself easily back from it as well. So yes, I would say you do need a bit of experience. It is a bit like trance work. You do take yourself into another level, but it's otherworld. It's working and stepping into the other world. So yes, I do think you need a little bit of experience for it, in my opinion. It's not to say that I'm right. Xenia, I also have a tiny wooden Loki statue, crocheted goddess, and an obsidian to place in the hotel room of the travel altar. Small and not heavy. Nice. Very nice. Okay, Angela can only see Nicola and Maria's comments. That's very strange. I will put them up on the screen and then everyone can see them. Emma, my way of relaxing and rejuvenating is pyrography, painting, crochet, and hopefully going to start cross stitch again. Need to keep my hands and mind busy. I tried cross stitch one. It did not go well. There was maths involved. You have to count the squares. That didn't happen. But that's creativity, isn't it? It is giving your mind something to occupy it and something that takes focus. So you have to connect with the energy of it. That's very witchy to me. Very witchy. Xenia. Some witch shops sell tiny tin box shrines to a special deity and their attributes gorgeous. You can do this yourself too. I have seen lots of them on Etsy. Yes. Jane, is see anything like astral travel? I think astral travel is leaving your body. Your spirit, your soul, your energy leaves your body and it travels up into the astral realms. You are always connected by a cord to your body. You can astral travel to rooms in your house. You can astral travel to fields, to outside spaces. Not necessarily to the other world. Astral travel is more about taking yourself up into the astral planes to look down, to investigate, to see other places. Seer work is stepping into the other worlds. So a kind of similarities, but for me they are different things. Again, that's just in my own personal experience. Maria, there is a strange energy at the moment. Oh, yeah. The world is going to hell in a handbasket. There is a lot of strange energy at the moment. There's a lot of chaos in the world, a lot of chaos. And if, as we are witches, we are all a bit empathic, we are picking up on it all. Very, very strange. Very strange. Emma, if people are on the Kitchen Witch channel, they won't see the comments that are made here. Now there's a good point, Emma. There is a good point. Yes, let's have a look at that. If you are, let's swing that over to the other screen. Oh, there's lots of techie stuff going on today. So if you are on my YouTube channel, you should see the comments of the people that are typing them on there. If you are on the Kitchen Witch YouTube channel, you might not see the comments from the other one. Oh, it's complicated, isn't it? Yes, you are right. I think that is the answer. I'll put them on the screen. Xenia. So self-care is very important at the moment. It's important all the time. I am rubbish at it. I forget about self-care quite a lot. I'm being glared at.
Kitchen Witch looks the same to me. I can see the same four people. Those last three you can't. Jane, Xenia, and Emma. Can't see those on either.
Okay, that's interesting.
Xenia, Jane.
All right. We will have a look at the techie stuff afterwards. It's obviously doing something very weird. I'll put the comments on the screen. Self-care is always important. It is that old adage of you cannot help other people if you're exhausted yourself. And I am very, very conscious that I am rubbish at that. Completely rubbish. Lucky Fairy Queen. Yeah, it's kind of difficult. Don't see any sense in the current way a lot of the world is behaving. Peace feels so good, doesn't it? Yeah, it's mad. Complete madness. Complete madness. Jane, now I know I'm on the astral when I send myself around Aldi's to write my shopping list. Now that is a good use of astral travel. Definitely. See, I learned astral travel and lucid dreaming actually way, way back in my Wiccan studies when I was doing the Wiccan degrees. And I trained in it and I worked with it, and I very, very, very rarely used it ever since. But I do hedge ride, so I do go into the other world a lot, which is for me, I think that's quite a different thing. I don't find astral travel overly useful, I must admit. But everyone's practices are different. So I think writing a shopping list, brilliant idea. Nicola's on the Kitchen Witch one. Oh, Maria can see them now. Okay, I'm going to have to do a bit of an overhaul, aren't I, before next week? I will check all of the techie stuff. Can't have it not going to Facebook either, especially not when it's a special one next week. I think there are... Actually, I was asked the question yesterday. Kitchen Witch School, we don't teach anyone under 18. Not because I don't think anyone under 18 should learn about witchcraft, but I think if you are brought up in a family of witches, then you're going to pick it up anyway, bit by bit. I think there's a lot of people that jump straight in regardless of your age, without knowing the basics. I think you need to start with the basics. And I think you have to be a little bit older and a little bit more world wise to pick up those basics and understand them. Spell working, for example, needs a lot of the basics understood and worked with before you should be working with it. There is a process for me, in my opinion, for learning witchcraft. There is a structure to it. There is a process there's no shortcut to experience with it. There's no shortcut to going straight into it. There is a process, and you have to learn all of those different steps and the foundations of it before working with the more experienced stuff, like seer work, like even astral travel as well. You have to have the basics of meditation before stepping onto those next levels, because it makes sense, because it's about keeping you safe and sane and knowing how to deal with stuff. Like anything, there is no shortcut to it. Xenia, I'm putting these up so you can see them. Not when supermarkets constantly rearrange stuff. Yes, they like to rearrange stuff so that in their viewpoint you end up buying more stuff because you see it all when you don't normally. I think there is with anything that you learn, it has to start with the basics. It has to start with the foundations, I think, anyway. Xenia, basics are not to be underestimated. No, absolutely not. Because with experience, the basics get more powerful in itself. I also think if you do fall off the witchcraft wagon, if you do fall out of your practice, one of the best ways of getting back into it is to start with the basics again, is to do that refresher of the basics again. And their pathways change as well. 35 years I've been practicing. The way that I do things now is different to the way that I used to do things. But it's interesting to go back over the basics to see how differently you do them now, or to retry them in the way that you used to do them and work out which is best and see why you did it then and do it differently now. Or, I think it's a really good refresher to go back to the basics, to go back to basic meditation, basic candle magic, watching the candle, lighting the candle flame, the basics of meditation, the basics of connecting with energy, the basics of working with energy, making your energy balls, connecting with the energy of plants. Go back to all the basics is a really, really good refresher. And it does remind you, I think, of why you do things and how you do things, for sure. Jane, refresh my witchy knowledge by reading Witchcraft for Dummies. Those books are not to be underestimated. Some of those books are really good. I have the Akashic Records for Dummies book, and it is actually really good. Really good. I think reading stuff as well. One of the other ways of, can you tell I'm writing a book about daily practices? One of the other ways about rebooting your practice or giving it a kickstart is to go back to some of the old books, some of the first books that you read on witchcraft. Just go back to them and reread some of them, even if you just pick them up and read the chapters or flick through them. Just that's a kind of refresher. That's another way of bringing yourself back into things, is to look back on how books that you used to read, or reading a new one. Xenia, I love reading my beginner books again when I fall off. So good. It is. It really, really works. It's interesting. Even if you don't work in that way anymore, it's interesting to read, to kind of give you a reminder about perhaps why you started on this pathway. Definitely. Lucky Fairy Queen. Yep, the beginner books are great. They are. They absolutely are. And I think as an experienced practitioner, they are not to be poo-pooed either, not to be looked down upon because they are beginner books, because we can always learn something from it, always. We're always continually learning anyway. Maria, never knew there was a Witchcraft Dummies. I haven't seen that one myself. I've seen a couple of them. It's the Akashic Records one that I've got, but it's very good, very cleverly done. Emma, even studying with the Wicca and Witchcraft for Dummies has helped. It all helps. Even if you look at it and think, I don't want to work it like that. It all helps. It all gives you inspiration. It's finding things that you can pick and mix from to make your own pathway. There will always be value in something. Lucky Fairy Queen, looking forward to your Prosperity Magic book. Well, yes, let's have a book plug. My next book out is Prosperity Magic. It comes out in November. Available for pre-order now. Thank you. Maria, better get that one now. We could all do with some of that. Because I write a regular column for Fate and Fortune magazine, I write the Witch That Gets You Rich. I didn't come up with the title. I took all of that as a basis for writing the Prosperity Magic book. But yeah, I think never underestimate going back to the basics. Never think that you are too good to go back to the beginning or even to read beginners' books. You might know a lot of it, but it may prompt something. It may inspire something. Lucky Fairy Queen. I find that when I'm down reading the beginner books, I find something that is exactly what I need at that time. I think that's it too, isn't it? It's about trusting your intuition and being drawn back to the books that we learned from in the beginning, just as a kind of prompt. Absolutely. I mean, I love books anyway, obviously, not just writing them, but I love reading books. I love learning from books. Another way that you can prompt yourself is to literally go along your shelf of books, stop randomly, pull a book out, flip it open randomly, and read one of the lines. It's a bit like divination with books. Because you've randomly picked it, because you randomly flicked the pages open, pick a paragraph, pick a sentence, it will have meaning for you. It may prompt something, it may inspire something. It doesn't even have to be a witchcraft book, actually. If you've got a whole load of fiction books, just randomly pick one out, flip the pages open, see what jumps out at you. It may be a sign, it may be a prompt, it may be, something that inspires you to do something about it. Maria, Prosperity Magic book. Yeah, we all need a bit of that at the moment, don't we? We do all need that. Found a fate and fortune the other day. Yes, you do find them in newsagents. It's quite bizarre to find myself in a magazine in a newsagent's. But they are nice people, very nice people to work for. I think any of the prompts, the inspirations can come from anywhere. Do we perhaps tend to think witchcraft and everyday stuff is separate? I know I've fallen into that trap myself sometimes as well. It is about melding the two, and it does take time. It does take time to work, to understand that you can work witchcraft into your daily life. I don't think of them as separate now. I'm a witch, whatever I'm doing, but it is about making it work for you. It is about using specifically coloured post-it notes to bring positive energy in. It is about drawing a symbol or a sigil on the back of an envelope that you're sending off for positive energy or success, or just little things. Charging the ingredients as you cook for your intent. Even eating different stuff for magical intent. But it all boils down to connection for me, connecting with whatever you're doing. Lucky Fairy Queen, I'm obsessed with prosperity magic. I think it's important to note prosperity is not just money. Prosperity, abundance, they are in all forms, not just monetary. It is the abundance of positive energy. It is the abundance of good friends. It is the abundance of family, abundance of having enough food on the table, a roof over your head. So yeah, prosperity and abundance is about, I think, perhaps seeing the bigger picture as well as just money. I mean, obviously money comes into it too, because we all need that to pay the bills and things and buy pretty things. Jane, when I go boring old shopping, I make it witchy by calling it a side quest. But that's words, isn't it? Words have power. We know they have power because we work with spells, and spells generally have words to them. And so words have power. Think about how an insult makes you feel. Think about how a compliment makes you feel. Words have power. So if we rename things from the boring stuff to more witchy things, you can bring magic in that way as well. Definitely, words have power. It's about thinking about how you name things, but thinking about how you speak as well. It is that, be mindful of how you're speaking to people, of what you're saying, because words have power. Absolutely. So I think that's probably it for today. I have lots of techie things to go and sort out. Do join us next week. Myself, Ness and Heather. It's going to be a blast. Waffling Witches on divination. We'll see where it takes us. Absolute chaos, normally. Xenia, never saw witchcraft as something separate. I have my altar in the living room and couldn't imagine it and my witchy and shamanic stuff in a separate room I would not see in my daily life. I have tried that. I have tried having a witchy room with it all in. It doesn't work for me. It has to be round and about me. So, yep, I agree with that, Xenia. But it also has to work for each individual. Thank you, everyone, for joining me. As always, do have a fabulous weekend, fabulous week. Do not get burnt in the sun. Enjoy the solar power. And myself, Ness and Heather will see you all next week. Take care, everyone.